Hey, what's going on? Good afternoon, or I should say good evening on this Tuesday. I think it's the 10th, either the 10th or the 11th of December. I hope everybody is good. I just wanted to come here, and share some things, just, little stuff, a little different. TikTok, this is for informational purposes only, okay? Informational purposes only. So, people may know me. I'm Dawid here on TikTok. David is my government name, what have you. But I'm a chosen person of Yahuah. I have a purpose here. I'm walking in my purpose. You know, I'm a seer. I'm a truth teller, and I'm also a generational curse breaker. All right. So yeah, and amongst other things. Um, if this video is not for you, you know what I'm saying, please feel free to just go past it and stroll and go to the next one, whatever. But I'm just here to share information, and I use my own experiences because I know other people are out there that share experiences like me and could find, comfort, or just, just realize and know that they're not the only one going through it or have been through certain things, okay? So as it pertains to generational curse breakers, my family, mostly on my mom's side, I don't know too much. I mean, I know my dad and all that, but as far as like, I wasn't around my dad's side that much. I'm mainly around my mama's side, and a lot of witchcraft stuff. Um, a video I did, or not so much a video, but something I posted recently, and someone made mention. It was like, you are dishonoring your mom by this post. And I'm looking like, well, sir, I don't know what you're called to do or what your purpose is, but I know what mine is. And if you call or you say I'm dishonoring my mom by exposing witchcraft and demonic activity, because it's mommy and we don't want to hurt mommy feelings or expose mommy. But if it was your father, your dad, you wouldn't bat an eye, that no good, ninja or what have you. But because it's mommy, oh, we can't. No, 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 no. Yahushua said to expose it. All right. So that's what I'm doing. I remember probably 2 years ago, maybe okay, 3 years ago, I was going to attend this 70s party. And this certain medallion thing that my mama had, I questioned her about it because I wanted to wear it. And, prior to me asking, I looked in her jewelry box and I couldn't find it. That's what made me ask her. And she, almost to the point where she didn't even realize didn't acknowledge what I was talking about. Now, mind you, she's had this jewelry, this piece of jewelry in her jewelry box as far as I can remember. I'm 51. The thing has been in a box. I'm like 6, 7 years old. All of a sudden, at 47, 48, I'm inquiring about it. You don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't think much of it when I was 6 years old, but since my awakening, the piece of jewelry, very demonic. Like, it's something that like a head witch will wear to like a seance or something. It was like a black leopard, cat like, and the cat face came out. Right? It's like the actual, how you people that during deer season, deer hunting, and they mount the face on the wall. It was like the face of the leopard, black, and it was surrounded by gold trim, and it had a gold chain. Very, like I said, demonic, something that a witch would wear to a seance type, whatever. I'm getting that revelation now. I didn't know this at 6 years old. But if all of a sudden she'll know what I'm talking about, well, I'll look and see. I'm not sure what you're talking about. This thing has been in your jewelry box for 40 plus years. Now you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Shortly after that conversation and that me looking for that in her jewelry box, why I don't even want to call it a dream because it seemed so freaking real. I mean, this seemed real. I was fighting this demonic entity that had the body of a human, but had the face of a leopard, a cat leopard. And it looked very like a feline type. And I mean, it was going ham, like scratch, and making noises like, and scratching her. And I'm fighting back too, but they wasn't harming me. Like it's almost like I don't know the proper terminology. I was invisible, but not invisible. But their licks wasn't hitting me or attached, scratching me. But it was like, like a cat. And it was a human body, but with the cat face. Shortly after I inquired with my mom about this piece of jewelry and asked about it. All right. I remember coming up between my mom and her mom, my grandmother. This is my mom. Oh, witchcraft and black magic only works if you believe in it. And that's not true. It's whether you believe it or not, it exists. But the only way to combat it is to be close to the Most High Yahuah, to be, spiritual, fruits of the Spirit, reading your word, have a relationship with the Most High. That combats that. And then sometimes, what they say, the weapon will form, but it won't prosper. Yahuah will allow the weapon to form, so someone is like doing black magic or whatever against you, but it won't prosper. Okay, my grandmother, if you mention to her, oh, grandmother, I think like a witch was riding me. I got a paralysis and I seen like a demonic like witch spirit. She would make it seem like it's your fault. You must have did something wrong. You must be living foul or whatever for that to happen to you. Da, da, da. When you don't necessarily have to be living foul or whatever. Someone could be envious of you, jealous of you, what have you, and they consult with a warlock or a witch and whatnot to do black magic or evilness against you and come at you, as they say, the witching hours while you sleep and stuff like that. But this is the gaslighting and the lies that I was told coming up concerning that. I guess they didn't want me to inquire about it, whatever, because they got all this craziness going on in the background. It was well known in my family that my grandmother, occasionally, or a lot rather, visited like witches and warlocks, whatever. But it was a hush-hush thing. I'm 51. My cousins that are like around my age, we all know about it, but it was something taboo we don't talk about. My young cousins in their late 20s and 30s, they may or may not know that this went on, but it did. And this is my mom's side of the family. I've had visits like with the astro projection. Like I mentioned one time, a cousin of mine, I was at their house. He lived with his mother, and this joker astro projected, and I seen him hovering over the coffee table that was beside the sofa I was laying on, and he had this demonic smirk on his face, looking at me, looking down at me. That's family full of witches, warlocks, all of that. A lot of these churches today, full of witches and warlocks. Why is a witch and a warlock comfortable in a church? That should tell you something right there. Some of the pastors are into that crap too. And they got this thing, I talked about it. It's no such thing as good witch, Glenda the good witch. Because the Bible clearly states, don't combat evil for evil. And Yahuah said, vengeance is mine. But what some of these people would do, if they felt like it was done wrong, they would go consult with a witch. And this witch was using evil, whatever, to get back at the person, whatever. And they consider this as good. And it's not good. But yeah, I'm here to break all this nonsense, these generational curses that's plaguing my family for decades and decades. And hey, if that's not your job, you're tasking it. That's not your job, or you're tasking your purpose. But I know what mine is, and I'm operating in it. I'm exposing it. Too many of people like me, families like my family, don't talk about it, don't say nothing, don't put the family on black, whatever. But meanwhile, familiar spirits is running rapid through the family. You'll have someone in the family that's essaying, nieces, you got 4 or 5 nieces. He done went through all of them, but nobody want to talk about it, in the family. Hush, hush. It's like they protect the joker. But who's protecting the victims? Who advocating for the victims? It's one in my family. Nobody want to talk. I mean, I had one that his sister, my aunt, she was like, I didn't want to believe it. It didn't happen, whatever. How you wasn't there when this joker was doing the do to your niece, my cousin? I'm talking about these families, man, and it's not just my family, it's y'all families too. Protecting the child, this doing the SA to people in the family like that. All this generational curses, familiar spirits, probably my great-great-granddad was that way. And then it went on through the family, what I'm saying? Like me with the gambling thing, my great-grandfathers, both, my dad's grandfathers, both of his grandfathers, his mother's father and his father's father, to my understanding, he said both of them was murdered due to, or unalive, I should say, due to gambling stuff, whatever. Then it skipped my dad's generation and it got my behind. And I dealt with gambling addiction for almost 20 years. So then these are familiar spirits that, that's generational curses, those familiar spirits. It's like they got a contract or an agreement on your bloodline. And you got people like myself, curse breakers, generational curse breakers, to break that, to end that cycle. So my kids, my nieces, other generations after won't have to deal with that crap. All right? Okay. So if you like this video, comment, like, and share, and stay tuned for the next video. But yeah, witchcraft, witchery, demonic, witches, all that is real. And it could be in your own families. And we're not talking about it, and we need to start talking about it. All right? All right. Be good.